live.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the one and only diva of blues and soul, Miss Priscilla Price. And in the backing band,
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Wjzz Cool TV, the Blues Factory, live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. So like us, follow us, share, and comment. And thank you for subscribing to WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. I want to say good evening and welcome to the Blues Factory. And I would like to, I usually start off with my commercials, but I'm going to start off introducing everybody first. I want you to give your name, your title, and whatever else you do. Starting with Mr. Wilson.
My name is Randall Wilson. I'm a guitarist, a guitar teacher. I also do voice work. I'm a voice talent. And I do that. That's what I do.
That's what you do?
That's what I do.
That's all right then. Mr. Styles,
Yes.
what the hell do you do?
I play the bass, producer, writer, arranger, and that's pretty much it.
You're music director as well,
Yes,
right?
Yes, music director, yeah.
All right. You
Yeah.
played behind us, so many of them. Ladies and gentlemen, my beautiful, dynamic co-host in the key of G, Miss Giselle Caver, y'all.
Hello,
Yes.
everybody. Hope everybody is staying warm in these frigid temperatures here in the Midwest.
Yes, we got some terrible weather out there. What about them damn lines?
What
Oh,
Ah,
yeah.
them lines is, we're going to the Super Bowl and we're going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yes,
There we
we
go.
are.
Yes.
I just wrote a song that the Lions are going to the Super Bowl.
You did?
Yes.
Well, later on in the show, we want to hear that song.
Okay.
I don't care what nobody say. We're going to hear that song.
Okay.
This is the Priscilla Price Blues Factory. Whoa. Yes, I want to welcome Chuck and Randall to the Blues Factory. You know, we have guests every week, and I try to pick musicians and entertainers and producers and whatever else. You know, last week we talked about insurance because a lot of musicians don't have insurance. So I had Miss Stephanie Mason on last week talking about insurance, and that was great. She gave us some great information where you don't need a whole lot of money. You can get a $5,000 policy for a little nothing. And we talked about that. And also we talked about, what else did we talk? We talked about
Gerald,
who?
what's his name? Star, whatever? Gerald.
Gerald. Oh,
Roger.
Rockstar?
Rockstar, whatever his
Well,
name is.
you-
I don't know.
Yeah, Gerald Rockstar, the
Yeah.
Sonic Soul.
Yeah.
His ass moving to Mississippi. We ain't got to talk about him no more.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
That's my boy. Yeah, we had Gerald Rockstar on last week as well. But I want to say this before we go any further. We got us some birthday shout outs right quick. To Miss Susie Brown, which is one of my biggest fans. Also to my ride or die, along with G is my ride or die. Arnetta Vincent and my granddaughter, China Daw. I want to say happy birthday,
When's your
y'all.
birthday?
The 26th of this month.
Your birthday's the 26th? That's the day after
this-
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday, CJ.
Yeah.
And mine
Yeah.
is Monday.
Giselle's birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. We're gonna have to get some birthday songs and play on the Blues Factory. Also, I wanna talk about the Valentine's show is coming up February the 10th. JL and K Productions present a pre-Valentine Day party February the 10th at the Focus Hope Banquet Hall. That's at 1400 Oakman Boulevard, Detroit. Doors are opening at 7. Showtime is at 8:30. But they're going to feed you first before the show starts. And it's free food, free parking. The tickets are $30. You can call Joyce at 313-736-1455 or call Kenny at 313-673-3373, or you can call me, Priscilla, at 313-318-9196 and get your tickets. Now, I'm telling you, the tickets are going fast because anytime the food is there, Priscilla cook, and it's gonna all be gone, so you can eat while the food lasts. I'm telling you. And also, coming to Aretha Franklin Amphitheater on July the 20th, they got the Southern Soul Blues on the River. This is the 3rd annual Southern Soul Blues on the River. They got headlining Magic One. Well, he's not headlining, but they got Magic One, Westlove, Sir Charles Jones, and Jason A. And DJ Fuji and all of that stuff. The legendary DJ Fuji, he's awesome. But anyway, you can go to Ticketmaster and get your tickets, or either you can call. There's no number on here to call, but
Go to the
box office and get your tickets. Also, we got a lot of stuff going on here, but tell them about what's going on, G.
Okay. A lot of you may or may not know Robert Jones, who was a awesome keyboard player. He was a writer, keyboard player, musical director. He was a part of the New Generation's Funk Brothers. And he died last week. And tomorrow, which is Wednesday, the 24th, and Thursday, the 25th, his body will be available for viewing at the Clara Funeral Home, which is at 5801 East 7 Mile.
That's at Mound Road.
Yes, 7 Mile at Mound. And Saturday, his service is at St. Matthew's, St. Joseph's, at 8850 Woodward Avenue. That's Woodward at King Street. Family hours at 11, the funeral's at 12. Now, there are 2 musical jam sessions in honor of him. One is on Friday at St. Matthew's, St. Joseph's, and the second one is at Bert's Place, down in the Eastern Market. And that one starts at 5 o'clock. So if you can't make one, try to make the other one.
Okay, those are tributes to.
Yeah, tributes to Robert, because he played for he played for anybody that needed a keyboard player. He was always available, always played with a big smile, and so we need to honor him for his music. And so you've got, like I said, 2 jam sessions. Friday at St. Matthew's, St. Joseph's, and then Sunday at Bert's, and the funeral is at Saturday. Now, this past Saturday, we were over at Spirit Love Ministries for Donald Ray's father died. Now, if anybody know Donald Ray, that's a singing little brother.
Yes.
And his father was such a wonderful, easygoing man, and so we had a nice little service for him over at Spirit Love Ministries. And we just had a good time celebrating him, being there for Donald, because Donald is there for a lot of folks. And it was really a great
People
time.
we haven't seen in a long time that was there.
Right,
You
a
know.
lot of folks that were there. Yeah, Gwen Fox and Leslie, who Donald had performed with, along with Donald was with, like
Notorious.
was and notorious. So his musical history was celebrated through the memory of his dad. Now, in March 1st and 2nd, we will be having a good time with Bert for his birthday. What is this, his 80th?
Hit that motherfucker over the dirt.
We'll be celebrating the birthday of Bert
Yeah,
Deary.
hit the 80, hit his 80th birthday.
Yeah,
I thought it
down
was 80
there.
last
Bert, he was 84 years ago. But it's a free night, both nights, and he only wants tuxedos and gowns.
Yes.
So leave your jeans and your gym shoes at home, unless your jeans,
Chuck Styles leave the gym shoes at home.
unless your jeans have a crease in them. You know, you got little sparkles and spangles on them, but come out and celebrate Bert, because Bert opens his doors for a lot of people.
Yes.
So come out and celebrate his birthday, and food will be available until it runs out, okay?
Well. We're gonna start this evening off with Mr. Chuck Styles because he's got choir rehearsal. And I wanna get him out of here to get to church because he needs some churching.
I might cancel the church rehearsal now.
Huh? No, you can't do that. Chuck, I'm so glad that you were able to make it. I've been after you ever since 2021 to come on my show. And I'm so glad that you were available tonight to come on to tell us a little bit about what you're doing, where you're doing it at, and who you're doing it with. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Okay, right now, I'm playing at a few places around the city. TCBC,
Which means,
That's a
Banquet Center
banquet center.
here on Tireman. I'm also playing at the Right Choice
That
at the
every-
on Gratiot every Thursday. And every Friday I'm at Demi's on Telegraph and 7 Mile.
and where? What's that?
Telegraph and 7 Mile, Demi's.
Demi's.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a restaurant and bar. Play there every Friday. And that's playing around the city, you know. Also I play with Miss Jackie C. So getting around a lot. Writing music. I got probably 3 songs coming out. I got a gospel tune coming out. And I also got a song coming out on Jackie C. And then I know y'all don't talk about the I did 4 or 5 songs on him coming out. All this coming out this month.
Okay.
And also a single for me.
Okay. You a singer? You doing yourself for you?
Yes, I got that
Okay.
as well coming out. Yes.
Where can we get your music?
Well, right now I do have music on YouTube, Spotify. My last release was CJ Styles' "Do It Right,"
Okay.
and
What do you play? Jazz, R&B, what?
it's R&B.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, R&B.
And you say that's CJ Styles Do It.
CJ Styles in the Nevada Smith Band, "Do It Right." It's called "Do It Right." It's
Okay.
on all music outlets.
And how many members are in your group?
About 4.
4.
Yes.
Okay.
But you playing all the instruments.
No, I ain't playing all the instruments. And also, I like to mention, I did a track, a Lions thing tribute that's out now. It's on YouTube, Spotify, it's on all the outlets, all of them, and it's called "The Lions Don't Stop."
Okay. The Lions Don't
Don't
Stop.
stop.
So they can go on YouTube and listen to that. Don't forget, cause they ain't gonna stop. The Lions Don't Stop by CJ Styles and
And Mac Mood.
And
Mac Mood is the one that's doing
Mac
it.
Mood,
Yeah,
okay.
My nephew. Yeah.
get that. Go and listen to it, and if you want to purchase it, can they purchase it?
Yes, it's on all streaming outlets.
Okay, and they can do that. I was gonna ask you. You played behind me at the induction, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
with Ronnie Nelson?
Yes, yes. I also play with the TFO Orchestra all the time. Yes.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask you about that too. Um,
We also got a tour coming back in Europe in April. You know, with the Junior Walker's All Star Band.
okay.
You know, so.
And usually you are the musical director for the Detroit Black Music Awards.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
Yes.
yes.
Detroit Black Music Awards.
As a musical director, how difficult is that? Because people hear that term, musical director, but they don't know everything that goes into that. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, it's a lot of work goes into it because you have to direct the band and have everybody understand what's going on with the music, and the preparation for it takes time, and it's a lot of work goes into it.
So that means you have to read music and be able to write charts. Do you do that?
Sometimes we do charts, sometimes we don't. It all
Because
depends.
a lot of
Yeah.
musicians can't read.
Yes, but the other music awards I do, like the Detroit Black Music Awards, I did use a few written charts, and all the other groups that I play behind, they actually have music charts to all their music written for the whole band, for the whole orchestra. And
Which would you rather, have the charts or not?
I rather have the charts because it's easier to know what you're playing. You know, you can read what you're playing, and it's easy to follow.
Especially if you have musicians that can read music. You know, when my first CD came out, I had charts, and only 3 of the band members could read the music. James Chaney, Jerome Yancey, and KG. You know.
Which kind of leads into Randall teaches guitar, and that's a very, very important thing to know how to read,
Yes, it is.
especially when you're coming up on a gig and you're not familiar with like if they weren't familiar with their music, with your music, and you got the chart, then that's
Right.
easy.
Yes, it makes it easy for the bands if they got charts, for sure. Ain't that right, Randall?
Yes,
And Randall,
for sure.
getting to you, when you are teaching these musicians with their instrument, is there a certain protocol that they have to learn their craft? You know.
All you have to have is desire,
Okay.
because most people come in as beginners, and then you will take them and you will hone them from what they have. Music comes from within. A
Right.
lot of people have it in them already, and it's easy for it to come out. And then some of them, you got to dig in there and get it out. But once you get them to understand that they do need a steady diet of ear, you have to have a good ear, and you have to be able to look at that chart and read it. And there's only 7 notes in music, so some people make it harder than it really is. So it goes A to G. That's it. There's no H.
Right.
So but once you,
When you
go
said
ahead.
that, remember Chuck when we were playing somewhere and I told you, asked me what key and I told you X flat.
Yeah, I remember that.
But and that's also very important for an artist singing to know their keys, right?
Exactly, because
important.
pitch is very important. I've been privy to be the musical director for an 18-piece orchestra recently for Barry White tribute that we
Okay.
did at Andiamo's last month. And when you have 18 people up there, you got to know where you're going. You can't say, hey, when you get to, I'm going to do this 4 times around and then come back. No, it's on the chart. Read the chart, play the chart. That way nobody has a question about it. At measure 54, you go into this part. So it makes it easier. So people who say they don't read or don't want to read, it makes it easier. Trust me, it makes your life easier.
Yeah, because I tell you, I learned my keys from an organ player that first taught me how to stay in key. And like I've been doing this for Years. I ain't gonna lie, I've been doing this for 56 years.
It's okay.
I've been performing for 56 years. And I learned my keys in my teenage. And I can go to musicians and tell them, they said, what key I wanted in C, I wanted in G. You know, whatever key that I want to sing a song in. And I know my keys because if I get a song in F, it's high.
I can feel it.
It's high. And that Mickey Atkins, he used to do it to me every time. I'm going to play it here. I said, no, you're not going to play it there. But keys are very important for an artist, as well as for, you know, some musicians can't play but in 2 keys.
Yeah.
It is 6:20 after the hour, and you're watching Priscilla Price and the Blues
You're
Factory.
watching the Blues Factory
I'm
on
saying-
WJZZ
I
Cool.
had to say Priscilla Price and the Blues Factory, live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X, formerly Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Like us, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. We are here with Randall Wilson, guitarist, and Chuck C.J. Styles, bass player.
But excuse me,
Well,
it's all right. But what's wrong with Priscilla and Giselle? Your ass in here too.
okay, well, I'm here, y'all. Now
See,
you
this
see
is
what I
this
have to
is
go
this is a
through?
team thing, you know.
Okay.
You know, I'm the host. You the co-host. You're watching Giselle and Priscilla, or Priscilla and Giselle. Don't matter.
G comes
But
before
add
P.
your name to the thing too, cause
G comes before P's. Okay, G and Priscilla. Okay, we got that part.
Okay.
Now we're with Randall and CJ talking about music here in Detroit. Now, Randall, a lot of people may recognize your voice from doing radio drops for which station?
I worked for iHeartRadio, which was Clear Channel Radio, which was WJOB, WNIC, WDFN, WOMC. I mean, there were 7 stations there, and I worked there for 15 years.
And you did the radios.
Yeah, I was the production director, and I produced all the commercials. And actually, I'm doing it for myself now. So you trust me, if you've been in this area, you've heard me. So
And how difficult is that?
it's easier than most people think, but it's just a blessing, because when you develop a quote unquote client following, and someone uses you, and then they'll keep using you.
yeah.
So, because I used to work at a car dealership, and we had this saying, when people come in for something for their vehicle, you can shear a sheep 1,000 times, but you can only slaughter them once. So if a client comes to you and they don't have a fat budget, just work with them. And then if they come back, then you're still making more. And that's what you want. So you don't want to just say, well, that's not my price, so I'm not going to do it.
Right.
So-
I understand what you're saying, because a lot of people have came to me, even though I'm a world renowned, as you want to call it, person. They come to me and say, "Well, Priscilla, my budget ain't but $600. Can you work?" Sure. As long as my band get paid, I don't mind. Because I know if I do it for you this time, somebody in that audience gonna see me and hire me for more. So that is, I like that. Yes, that's you have to do that. You have to take a cut in order to get.
You're planting a seed.
Yes.
And baby, I've been planting a seed, but right now all I do is stay home and play with the kids' daddy.
Okay, it is about 6:30, and if you have any questions for either Randall, CJ, or G, or Priscilla,
Don't
give
ask
us
me
a
no
call
damn
at
question.
313-355-6018. That's 313-355-6018.
Also, let them know they can get a ticket too.
If you would like one ticket, is all she's giving away to her
Valentine.
to the Valentine's event, which is February the 10th at the Hope Banquet Hall at 1400 Oak Wing Boulevard.
Focus Hope.
At the, Focus Hope Banquet Hall, 1400 Oak Wing Boulevard. Call in. And the first caller that can name either of our guests will get one ticket, 313-355-6018. No, Randall, you can't call in. And this event will feature Miss Priscilla Price and band. And there will be a DJ. Food is free until it lasts, but your tickets are $30. So your food is included in that price. Now, like I said, Randall was doing voiceovers. Now, I tried to take a class online, learning to do voiceovers, but I have a problem with a frozen vocal cord, and sometimes a voice doesn't come out. But the lady kept saying, "Oh, you can still do it, you can still do it." But if it doesn't sound good to you, then what?
But see, what advertisers or clients want when they call you, they want someone who's believable. They don't want the announcer guy, your announcer girl. They don't want that anymore. They want somebody who's believable and who can sell their product. That's all they want. They want somebody who's speaking that you can trust. You know, the guy next door, girl next door. That's what they want.
Right.
So people, they say, well, I don't have a radio voice. Nah, you don't need a radio voice. You have a voice.
Yes.
Use your voice.
That's believable.
Just do you. Just be
Okay.
distinct.
Okay. Now, CJ, when you if someone calls you for a gig and it's music that you're not necessarily comfortable with, do you still do it?
Well, you got to make yourself comfortable for the music.
Okay.
Other
But
than-
sometimes people don't understand that. Yeah.
Yes,
That's
and
what I'm asking. I'm trying to pull it out of you.
Yeah, well, if you're playing a certain type of music, whether it's jazz, rock, blues, or whatever, you have to be able to adjust to the music. Just like my man here said, you got to use your ear.
You know, that's something. Remember, I don't know if you remember it or not, I had to do a James Bond theme. And I had to sing some of the songs, like Goldfinger and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The money was great. And don't you know, I got to go say, Goldfinger. And I sung it Priscilla's way.
We actually had a gig where the 007 was the theme. It was at the DAC. I don't know if I can say that. But anyway, 007 was the theme, and we got the chance to play the music. And just like you were saying, you have to do what the gig requires.
Right.
And there's two types of music, good and bad. That's it. So if you know how to play and you're a trained professional musician, and anytime someone pays you to do something, you're a professional.
Exactly.
You know, you may not be great at it, but you can do it. And that way, that was a good gig. And it was fun.
Yeah.
And it's fun to be able to stretch because then it's stretching your musical palette. So,
Yeah, and the hardest gig for me was doing the Detroit Go-Go, the people from the UK
Oh,
overseas.
yes.
Because it was like 15 artists, 60 songs, and that's when them sheets came in.
Exactly.
The music sheets came in, because I had a headache thinking about all that music and all the type of music. And they was going way, you know how they went way
Yes.
back to songs I never heard, like the Dramatics, Inky Dinky Doo. I never heard that song. You heard it?
Nobody else did it.
And I
So
know,
I'm like-
I've been knowing Ron Banks and them when they first started, before they were the Dramatics.
Yeah.
And I never heard that song.
You have it, yeah. So it's
You know, the Contours, you know, they had a song out that I didn't know anything about until Joe told me about it. I said, what?
But
Man.
like you said,
Doing-
you had the sheet music. Now,
yes,
what is
that's
the
the only way I
difference-
made it through that.
What is the difference? What both of you answer in having the sheet music and a lead sheet. Is that different or is that the same thing?
Go ahead.
Well, sometimes you'll get a chart that'll just have chords on it. So it'll just say G major 7, you know. And some people may call that a lead sheet. Some people may call it a score. Some people may just call it a chart. But that's got the music, and that's going to get you through it. And then sometimes there will be charts that have single notes written out. And there may not be any chords written out, and you have to play those single notes. So some people may call that a score also. But as far as a lead sheet and a chart, I can't say that there's a big difference. As long as you hand me a piece of paper and it has the song on it, it tells me what to play, when to play it, and when the song starts, ends, when to get louder, when to get softer. Because everything is on there. Music is a language, and when it's all written down, I can go to Germany and give a piece of sheet music to somebody who doesn't speak English. C major seven is C major seven there as it is here. It's all the same, and we can play that song straight through without even talking to each other.
It's like when you go for, go with Phil Dick overseas, you can
Yes.
still play
Yes.
whatever music
Yeah.
with those
Yeah,
musicians.
you can follow the chords, but like he said, when they put the notes on there, you got to be able to play a eighth note, 16th note, or the time will change to 3, 6. Then that's where you really the breathing got to come in to be able to play those notes. Cause now you're just looking at a bunch of dots.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Ain't no E minor, A minor. It's playing notes now, and that's you know.
And you have to know those
Yeah.
notes.
Yes.
To,
Yeah.
You know, a lesson that I learned from Sandra Fever, and I know Priscilla will be able to speak to this. When I was working for Sandra Fever, who, you know, God rest her soul, she had been with Aretha Franklin forever. She needed a band. So I had gotten a keyboard player that basically only had played in church on his organ, but he said he knew all the music. Then I had gotten a bass player that was more of a funk bass player, and a guitar player that was basically a jazz guitarist. And when they got together, it was a train wreck because everybody's chords and their approach to the songs were so different. Have you ever had that to happen to you, Priscilla?
nope.
Well, I know you hire your own people.
Nope.
But when I first got into the business and I was bringing her people that I knew that had been playing, it was a train wreck. And I had to learn who could do what and what this person's weakness was or what this person's strong suit was. And have that ever happened to either of you?
Yeah, several times. It still happens now today.
But you know, like when I go somewhere, like when I came to what's the name of his mother's the voodoo lady, Cubies. And I came over there, and you know, it was different musicians on stage. But long as you was there, I didn't care, because see, when I sing, I don't listen to nothing but the bass player, because that's the soul of the music. That's the heart of the music, the bass player, and the drummer have to be right as well. So I told Chuck what I wanted to sing, and I sung that song, and I didn't have any problems because wasn't listening to nobody else. Whatever they was playing, it didn't matter. And that's, Jerome and I've been together for 30 years.
Jerome Yance.
Jerome Yancey, my bass player. We've been together for 30 years.
Excellent bass player.
He's played with the symphony, the orchestra. He's played with
I did a gig with him last summer.
He is awesome. If it's a new song that I want to do, he will take the guys down in his basement and he said, this is the way she wanted to go. He don't say this is the way I wanted to go. This is the way Priscilla wanted to go. And that's what I like about Jerome. He know my style. He know what I want. And I can just tell Chuck and Jerome and what's his name? What's his name that played with Bill Mars?
Ibrahim?
Ibrahim.
Oh yeah.
I can tell them what I want.
Yeah.
And there it is. I don't have a problem.
Has it ever happened to you when the people?
I've been fortunate and I've been blessed many times over. And when you get with, I love to walk on a gig with a bunch of cats that I've never played with, because it's like a pickup game of basketball. So you're feeling these cats out. Okay, this guy can shoot a three. Okay, this guy can drive to the hole. Okay, this guy can slam. This guy can pass. So when you're on stage, you're figuring out what these cats can do. And I haven't had an issue because we have a familiarity. My wife will always dog me, why you always using the same cats? Because I know they're going to have their gear tight. They're going to be on time. They're going to know the music. And I'm not going to have an issue with them. That's why I use the same cats. I have an A string, a B string, and I pray I don't have to go to the C string. But if I do, then that's what I have to do.
Right.
But I really haven't had much of an issue with that. So
You know, that's important. Timing is money. And I tell my musicians, they're going to see you before they hear you. Be dressed.
Oh my God.
You cannot come on my stage with no blue jeans or gym shoes. You got to be in uniform. Either all black or black and white or whatever colors that I tell you that I want you to be in for that night. The musicians have really gone crazy.
Having your
Some
cell
great
phone-
musicians too I'm talking about.
Having your cell phone or your keys hanging on your belt, and you're on stage to, like you said, it's visual. Before they hear you, they see you. And that's why I like seeing you smile now. Because it's so important.
He has, Chuck has a band that they don't all be dressed alike, but they be dressed. Ain't nobody's pants hanging down over their ass. Their shirts ain't hanging out, and stuff like that. And then plus, they can play. That's the
Now-
thing. They can play.
What you said something very important. You tell your musicians what you expect. Now, if either of you are the musical director, do you have that conversation with the other musicians?
For sure. Yes.
fortunately, I don't have to tell anybody anything
Well-
because they know when I call them, they know what to do.
Yeah,
So-
but some people you
It's
have
been
to
a
tell.
blessing.
Like you say, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there may be that one.
It's
We
a
did have
blessing.
an issue with the drummer. I won't say who it was, but you know, we got tuxes on, we got bow ties, and he
Yes.
comes in there and he's wearing gym shoes. And I know if you're the drummer, you're behind the drums, and people really can't see you. But like you say, as soon as you pull up on the parking lot on the gig, people are watching you. From the time you pull on the parking lot to the time you leave, they see how many times you go to the bar. They everything. Or see how you treat other people, how you treat the staff, how you treat the sound people.
Exactly.
Oh, the sound, that's a whole nother issue. You have to respect the sound people. Their job is not easy.
Exactly.
That's a whole nother issue.
Exactly.
But sometimes you have to tell some people because they don't know because they haven't been around enough gigs
Right.
to know that, oh, this is a tuxedo gig.
Right. Right.
You know, but, you know, these younger people, they don't
Now,
know this.
Priscilla will give you that death stare on stage if you screw up. So how, you know, and I know when I worked for David Miles, I would watch sometimes the looks, the unspoken conversation between the musicians. If they having a good time together, you can feel it in the music. You know, you could feel it. David didn't have to turn around and scowl, but let somebody screw up on one of her gigs. And she turned around talking about, what's your problem?
Yeah.
But they expect that from her. They know that she will chastise them. Sometimes it's good natured. But I have seen some looks on stage, and you could tell when certain musicians like, okay, why did you take a 3-minute solo?
I tell you who they won't play for and don't get nothing.
Oh,
My girlfriend Millie Jackson. I have seen her in action. I can call her right now and she'll cuss me out. Bitch, it's 10 o'clock at night. What you calling me for? You know, but she want what she want.
Oh, yeah.
And she gonna get what she want. Now, I'll tell you one thing. You guys have been around Detroit area. What do you think about some of the venues that are going, is happening right now?
Well, some of it is a flashback like what's going around back in the day, and some are not, far as the way things are going.
playing for the door.
Ooh.
Yeah, but like the same thing I was making 30 years ago, they be trying to pay you that now, and it's 2024. But some of the venues, they want you to come in with your stuff, bring all your stuff, and don't look at what all you're doing and what they're paying for. Sometimes it's like you're just paying us enough to bring our equipment in.
Exactly, because I feel like if a musician bring his instruments, he drive to the gig, carry that stuff in, set it up, play all night, and then don't get no money. That's it's disgusting to me.
Right. You couldn't call a plumber and then say,
Yes.
yeah, well, this is what I'm going to pay you before they even get there. But my word to the venues are, if they're listening, have a sound system at the very least.
Exactly.
Yes.
So if you have it, and it doesn't cost a lot, and it leads to consistency. If you have a sound system in your venue, then each band that comes in there is going to actually sound better than if they're dragging their own equipment around. Just be PA equipment. Everybody else can bring everything else, but for the most part, if there's a PA there, that's going to be helpful,
Right.
and someone to run it. And prime example, remember Memphis Smoke? Yeah, they had a good
Yes.
sound system and a good guy to run it.
Yes.
Every band came in there sounded good.
Yes.
And it was a
And
professional.
they
It is
would
good
get
for
all
the venue.
recordings out of that.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, but,
I have a few recordings from Memphis Smoke.
Memphis Smoke.
But a lot of smaller venues, they
Well,
just
the clubs
they
are
don't
not
wanna-
like they
don't
used
wanna-
to be.
Yeah, don't want
They're
to.
really not like they're trying to be like they. But I can remember doing 2 gigs in one night and getting good money.
Okay.
I got more money back then than they want to pay now.
Yeah.
Which I don't accept because I haven't worked in a bar in about 4 or 5 years. But I will go if somebody is there that invite me to come. I don't drink. I can eat at home for the food that they cooking, but I want to get to this before we go. I want him to play that song that we were listening to
Okay.
just now. Before we go, we got a little time.
Okay.
You want to play that lion song or the other one?
The one that he was just playing,
That was
that he recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll play that.
That's it.
This is the first record I ever did.
Okay.
This is just a clip of it.
What's the name?
By My Side. I got another version with the vocals on it, but I just had this already on my dashboard with the change and everything on it.
Oh, that's
Huh?
timeless. That's timeless.
Yes.
It's not dated. You know, sometimes you just like, oh, they did that in the 60s.
I might have Randall do the instrumental version of this.
Okay.
It probably sound good with him playing it.
It ain't James Shaney, is it?
No. This guy we had in Indianapolis when we recorded it.
His name wasn't Randall, was it?
No, his name was Reggie. Reggie.
Reggie.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's nice.
yes.
And it has ballroom flair.
Yeah, that was in the 80s.
You gonna release that?
Yeah. I already had released a version with the vocals on it, doing a remake, and I might do the instrumental on it.
Oh man,
And let Randall
It's nice.
that's
do
great.
the reline, so.
Yes.
And Randy,
And I'll work within your budget.
do you have any music coming up?
Recently, we just released a single called "Give and Take," written by Turhan Terrell, which is Earl Van Dyke's son, one of the original Funk Brothers, and yeah, so that's out. "Give and Take." Randall V. Wilson. Just type it in anywhere, my name pops up, and there are many other previous recordings also. There's a lot of music out there. Just check me out, Randall V. Wilson.
Yes, you're watching WJZZ Cool TV, the Blues Factory, live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. So like us, share, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. Where are you going to be performing at
Well,
next?
I'm celebrating my birthday this week. I'll be at TCBC tomorrow, celebrating my birthday on Tireman, 8031 Tireman. And then Thursday, I'll be at the Right Choice on Gratiot in McCullough, celebrate my birthday. And Friday, I'll be at Demi's on Telegraph and 7 Mile, celebrate my birthday.
Friday at the Right Choice?
Thursday.
Thursday.
I might have to come by there and see Lucky Charm.
And then when we do walk out, is it possible to play the Lions thing when we leave out of here?
Before we leave out.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Randall, do
Yes.
you have anything coming up?
Tomorrow I'll be
You
at.
guys keyed up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, tomorrow, Wednesday, I'll be at Debo's Daiquiri and Seafood in Southfield with a group called Epiphany. I'm just a hired gun. I'm not the leader of the band. And I'll be playing with Veronique Music for the Nancy Wilson tribute coming up at the Music Hall Jazz Cafe for the Aretha. And I just recently played with Smoke Jones at the Aretha Saturday. Laura Rain opened the show. Laura Rain and the Caesars. Yeah, Laura Rain. And then we played, and Smoke Jones released his latest single. And we're just keeping it moving. You know, looking forward to the summer.
Who you say is doing Nancy Wilson?
Veronique Music.
Is that right?
Yeah, Veronique is one of Sky Covington's.
Satin
Was one of Sky Covington's
Okay.
Satin Downs. They have a lot of really talented people.
Yes.
And I also played with Smoke Jones for the, Sky Covington also does the Take Five, where she has the gentleman, and I played with them also. So that's been, it's been a good run. So
Wow. And now we're gonna listen to Go Lions.
The Lions don't stop.
The Lions Don't Stop.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna listen to that.
Okay. I hope I ain't lost my internet.
You heard
Oh, there you go.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Anyway, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us today. That time show come and go fast. Play it. If you play it while I'm talking.
Let's go Lions, let them know that we here. It's been a long time, but this our year. If you hunting for us, no need to look no more. We be on your front porch when you open up the door. There go another touchdown. Golf hit St. Brown. Defense getting picks, pulling fumbles out the pile. We going crazy at Ford Field, the crowd going wild. Yeah, the Lions don't stop. They don't stop. They don't stop. They don't stop. The Lions don't stop. They get it in. They get it in. They get it in. The Lions don't stop. They don't stop. They don't stop. They don't stop. The Lions don't stop. They get it in. They get it in. They get it in. QB's running scared. The D-line rushing in. Too much pressure. Another sack by Hutchinson. Watching down methodically. It was a long drive. Then Montgomery punched it in from the goal line. Barry finally got a set you. This one for you. Catch us in that pure white and that Honolulu blue. Stay down. It's been a long road, but now it's our time. We headed for the Super Bowl. The Lions don't stop.
We are headed for the Super Bowl and we're gonna win the Super Bowl. This is Detroit Lions year. Thank you so much, Mr. Styles, for allowing us to hear that. The Lions don't stop. Thank you, Randall, for hanging out with us today.
thanks for having me.
Listen,
Thank you.
you've told us where you're gonna be at next. The Thursday at
Right choice.
Right Choice, okay.
On Gratiot and McCullough.
That's Brown's.
That
place,
Ed
right?
Brown from the
Yes.
Prolifics. That's
Yes.
his club. I remember when he first got that place.
Is there a fee?
Yes, it's a $10
$10.
cover. It's
Okay.
BYOB though.
Okay.
You can bring your own refreshments.
Yeah.
But they have some
Okay.
good cooks back there. You not
Ooh,
have anybody
yes.
cater?
Yeah.
Ooh, yes. Ooh,
I
girl.
just come
They got some chicken wings. Al used to leave here on Thursdays and go by there and get him some chicken wings because the food was excellent. I want to thank Roger for allowing us to do this podcast every week on Tuesdays from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Now we got Mark Scott from the Miracles coming up next.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget Big 50 on Wednesday. And Michelle, community updates on Wednesdays. I think Roger got a show on too. I don't know what the hell he doing, but Roger got a show on. And Roger got the Jazz Cafe, I think once a month. I'm not sure. He won't give me no information. He telling us about everything else, but he won't give me no information on that because he know I be announcing stuff like that. Oh, and don't forget DJ Spoon. His thing in March.
Oh, yeah.
The after
The
party
for the
at the
Southern Soul.
TCBC, at the